Hey everyone, welcome back to Legend of Mushroom with Genghis. So want to talk about baseline testing, how to adjust your skills and pets and relics and figure out what works for you. So I got the dragon mount yesterday, very OP, got it fairly cheap I think, basically because of Appcoins discount codes. There is one above, Mush5, make sure to use it. Also, tomorrow, an extra 5% bonus day off for Appcoins. If you need help downloading, look at the description to the video or join our Discord, also in the description to the video. Now to today's video. These are the skills I've kind of been going with. I've been changing a couple around a little bit. And then these pets, pretty static. I haven't changed much. I've tried to work the bunny in for the 5% crit and the launch, which is like a half second. Didn't really work out very well. This guy actually helped a good amount. Pepe, he was interesting, and so is the lizard. But the problem is to get them in, I got to take off the crit dragon or the tortoise. And I could see some of that in PvE, but PvP, it's a tough switch it's so far been doing. So let's first go to PvE, how you could test. This is pretty simple. Get to a boss, and this will probably be the easiest one to do. Just get maxed out. Get to a boss where you kind of stop, and then start changing stuff around. Now, that was really quick, so bad example. But usually I take this guy right down to the end. But so there's getting pretty close there. So you can see that's close enough that it's worthy of continuing to try. I probably could actually just press the button, go against him nonstop, and eventually beat him just by getting a crit right at the last second. Like right there, I almost got him. Anyways, first thing I would do with PvE, so that's your baseline, right? I know right there, I'm really close. I just have to adjust some stuff. So I could go in here and I could make adjustments, or I could go in the skills. And then if you do adjust them, you go into the relics and you make some adjustments. Other things that you could do, you could change your advanced artifacts and mounts and wingbacks if you're lucky enough to have them. One other thing you can do in PvE, obviously, you could change the timing. Skill 1's going to stay the same, and basically only skill 3 and 5 are going to be the ones that get delayed a little bit here. So clone, I should put out right away because I want it to be attacking. And that means blitz, I could put, and by attacking, I mean I want my clone out and fighting right away. And blitz, I'm going to put a little bit of a delay on it. I'm just going to put it out at like 3 seconds, just because I think it takes that snake about that amount of time to walk up to me. So skill 4, we're actually going to go with 2 seconds just to make sure. And let's go into it. Let's see how that slight adjustment did. And it might be really bad. And then you go back to what you had and you do it all over again. So right there, release them all at the same time, and that worked out really bad. So I might actually have to change and add I got him. There you go. Worked out. Could have just been luck too. But anyways, you get the point. You change stuff. So one thing that I would do against that, just before we get too deep into the PvP, one thing I would do to change against a monster like that, I would probably start adding in disarm and dazzle and space them out. So if you got dazzle, that's 1.5 seconds. Plus I would put on the relic for them. Then I would start that basically at about 2 seconds, or the time that it takes the snake to walk up to me or slither. And then I delay this one by about like 5 seconds so that I create a continuous immunity shield. I have a video on that earlier, but I want to talk about PvP. So what you really need to do in PvP to baseline test is you need to find someone who is pretty equal to you, or a challenge. Okay, so on my server, like if I go up against guys like this, it's just a complete blowout. So there's no point me even trying to baseline test against any of these guys. I just win pretty much too easily, and it's not a challenge. So this is probably my biggest challenge who's not above me. This is my, I was going to say boyfriend, but this is my husband, guys. Yes, we are married in the game, and he's honestly probably the 4th best player on server. And that makes us the power couple. And then that's it. Everyone else here is pretty much easy for me. This guy I can't test against because he's like the greatest player in all of Legend of Mushroom. And I'm just going to die. So let's just go at him. Let's just see what this practice looks like for a good baseline testing. And then we'll start to change stuff around. So first thing I notice is, so I only got him halfway. He doesn't use clone anymore. And lots of people aren't using clone anymore. But I kind of need it. It hasn't, so I got him about down to 40% there. So looking at this, basically you could say right now that he's solidly better than me. Like, I'm not beating him very much. I'm getting really lucky when I get him close. Right there, I probably got him down to about 15%. So let's make some changes. What are we going to change? So I don't want to change anything here. So let's look in here. Is there anything that I think we could change? I kind of like everything, but clearly it's not working. So one thing I do like to change sometimes is I'll go with heroic descent. And because I also have the relic, so this is the relic that I'm using. This relic will help heroic descent and clone strike, and I have clone strike on. So let's see how we do here. So very similar result. Didn't appear to help very much. But I know that I had a couple good results when doing that. So if I'm not getting any good results here, I can basically cross that heroic descent off and can't use it against this guy. Oh, counter strike and stun, but I got crit rate. So let's get rid of it. And we lost that one. Anyways, I didn't see the result. Neither did you. But we saw the final result. So that's not a good one. So we could go back and we could put Dragon Resonance on. That's a good one. Some people don't like it, but I do like that it's HP based because he has a lot of HP, my enemy. So let's see how it's going. We have a big lead. We have a lead. See, his crit damage just takes over at the end, but that was a good lead. So if I got a bit luckier with some higher level crits at the start when I had that lead, I may have pulled that one off. It's looking like clone is, and that, see, that was pretty consistently. I did pretty well there. I should have said at the start of the video that I don't expect to succeed in changes actually making a difference, but I would say it's pretty obvious here that Dragon Resonance is helping. And you can see it does a lot of damage based on how much HP he has. Now, I've tried to take Smoke Bomb off, and that's been a mistake. I've been advised to get rid of Clone, so we could try and add 100 slashes and get rid of Clone. So one thing I could do by looking at this also, I could look at my souls here, Class Awakening right here, and I could change some stuff around here. I could maybe add more to crit damage seal and you know, try to increase that as well instead of some of the other ones. But basically I stacked up on HP and defense, and then I evened out on the 3 attacking ones, and then kind of skipped over the PAL stuff. But anyways, let me know how you guys baseline test and figure things out. And anyways, this guy I'm up against, he's really good. He knows what he's doing. He has a good account. It's not like I think this is going to be easy, and it's not like I care that he does beat me all the time. It's just that that's really the only goal for me that's obtainable on the server, because the other guy's too far ahead, and then the other guys are too far below. So, and he obviously thinks the same, like I'm too far below him, and he'd like to catch the other guy. But anyways, thanks for a good showing on server. Like, subscribe, leave a